All right, we are back with another Mexico vlog. So on the evening of our first day in Mexico, we decided to go back to the city center that we hung out in all day and see what it was like at night. And the vibes were incredible. I had a great time. You're going to hear me sound like a broken record because I had the most fun I've had in a very long time. Just seeing the sights, like look at all of those people out celebrating. It was super family oriented too, which I mean, like, what do you expect from Mexico? But super family oriented, very safe, very fun. It was honestly turned, and this was so beautiful to me. I could not get enough of it.
Thank you very much.
Those boys saw me taking a picture with another girl and asked me to take a picture with them. I have no idea what they thought, but like I said, in Mexico, I'm lit. Another protest, and I told y'all on the Vlogmas Day 2 how I feel about protests. If you are protesting, if you're an oppressed person, I support you. All right, if you're doing it peacefully, if you're making sense, if you got your sign out, you're doing what you can. Again, they're marching for jobs and wages, it seems like. I support them. Let me know if you speak Spanish, what that sign said and what it really means. Of course, we had to stop for food. We went to this cleanest taco place we could find, and they gave us this flat meat. I was sketched out, but it was actually delicious. Then when it was time to pay, it got interesting because Christian and I's peso skills are not that sharp, but we did what we could. It started to rain. Literally on the parade.
Tamaño grande, 50 pesos, 50 pesos, una pizza grande.
Domino's Pizza wants us to.
Pizza calientita, pizza grande, 50 pesos, 50 pesos, una pizza grande.
Pizza grande, 50. Get your pizza. At this point in the evening, we're desperate to try to get our faces painted. We don't know where to go. Everyone keeps saying that way, in la calle, this way, this way. But as you can see, there's a ton of people out. It even got more congested and crowded when we went into the streets where the people told us, like, go this way, go that way to get your face painted. And we were passing tons of people that had their face painted. Finally, we found it after like an hour of walking around. This is our before, because we wanted to document that's what this is all about. And boom, our girl hooked us up. Now, there was a queue of people across the street, maybe like 10 deep, and they had about like 4 face painters, and they were painting people's faces. And that's where we went to take those pictures of that chart that you saw, because these people on the side of the street, I noticed them, and they were saying they painted faces, but they didn't really have no infrastructure set up, so I was sketched out. So once I got the picture from the other side, and I came back and I asked the girl that's painting my face right now, like, hey, did you paint your own face? And, language barrier aside, she was like, yeah. So then I looked at her boyfriend, and he looked very hipster. He reminded me of a boy that hangs around in Silver Lake. So I was like, oh, I trust these people. They're tatted. I feel like they can draw. So boom, I showed them the picture that we got from across the street at the other face painters. And she was like, yeah, I got you. Christian and I sat down, got it going. Then I feel like we got them a little bit more business because as people were walking by and they saw us getting our face painted by them, the crowded people on the other side of the sidewalk did not look as attractive. So we helped our girl and her man out with some business for the evening because they were giving me Bonnie and Clyde vibes. Like any girl that's going to stand outside with you in the cold on a national holiday to hustle with you, like paint faces, get money. She's a keeper right there. And I was looking at her hands like, are y'all married? He needs to marry you. Because if not, girl, you can go be with somebody else. This is a lot that you're doing for love. Anyways, I'm a gold digger. Don't take my advice. So she's doing amazing. And I'm recording as she's doing it. I feel like at some points I was probably annoying her because I was a little bit in the way. But after like 5 minutes, she just got into the groove and she realized what I was doing. Because, there's a language barrier, so I couldn't really tell her, oh, hey, girl, like I'm a YouTuber and we're doing all this for YouTube and we're going to put it on. And like, let me have your social media so I can tag you and all that. It wasn't going down. I did, however, get her man's social media and tagged him on our Instagram post because I like to help people out in whatever way I can when it comes to the internet because all that shit is free. So why not put somebody on, tag somebody, let somebody know what another person does, especially when they're talented. She amazed me. Like at points, I feel like she was just smearing stuff on my face, but every time I would look and put my phone down and look at the camera, I'm like, oh, she's doing it. I also started to record Christian because I realized that he wasn't recording himself and we talked about doing a time lapse. Look, he looks so cool. Thank you. So I'm watching Christian, wonder why he's not recording, and he told me his camera died. So I got up, I started recording him because the time lapse was his idea. So boom, I'm a good friend when I can be. Here we are. Also, I felt like Christian was just as nervous as I was, not knowing what his face looked like while this guy was just drawn all over it, making weird hand motions. So I had to reassure him that he did look cute. I gave him like a little test shot of how he looked. He liked it. And then I could see him visibly relax. So Shout out to Christian for being a good sport. This guy did a great job.
We finally found the face paint. Yeah, it looks great.
Great time. Oh, are you in need of a puffer coat?
It's like 10.
I know. Living cool. I love the fact that Chucky is international and all kids love him.
More photos. We'll take all those.
Yeah, we're gonna get our $5 worth. I think it looks creepy when we open our mouths. Oh, he did! Every time I leave the country, I find it so interesting how pervasive American culture is. Our music, our movies are really our main export. And no matter where you go, you're going to meet people that kind of love American culture. Christian had a great idea for us to go to this super cool bar called La Opera. It was gorgeous, and we had a great time inside. It looks so weird when we talk. I'm kind of like... Two skeletons at the bar.
It's a normal Monday.
What's the grade for today? I'd say it's a 10.
It's great. We got our faces painted.
We
It only cost $5.
$5. Everything in Mexico is cheap. Don't ask people for like help or direction though, 'cause it's gonna cause problems.
It's always over there.
Over there. That way. In la calle.
It was worth it.
It was. After the bar, of course, it was time to take it back to the house. So we had to walk back through the city center to find our Uber. Christian is a great tour guide, a great person to travel with. I would go anywhere with him. And look at me, I was having the time of my life. Also, Christian takes incredible pictures. He's a photographer. So follow him at House of Christian for all of your photography needs. He makes me look cooler than I am all the time. And I am forever grateful to him for, sealing these moments in time for me. So when I'm an old lady, I can remember that I used to be cool and I used to be turned up. Thank you for watching. See y'all tomorrow.